Hi everyone, today I am going to be introducing our poet who is Emily Dickinson. So Emily Dickinson was born on December 10th, 1830 in Massachusetts. She lived a very quiet and reserved life until her death, which was on May 15th, 1886, and she died at the age of 55 years old. Emily Dickinson came from a very well-known family. Her father was very successful. He was a U.S. congressman and a lawyer. Emily Dickinson received a very strong education for a woman during her time, but something happened in her early adulthood life which kind of just changed the whole course of her life. What makes Emily Dickinson very fascinating is the way she chose to live her life. One attribute of Emily Dickinson is that she rarely left her house and she only communicated with people through letters. Another thing Emily Dickinson did is that she only wore white. And we also have a picture of her iconic white dress down below, which you can see. During her lifetime, only a few of her poems were published, and even if they were published, they were heavily edited to fit the society norms and standards at that time. It wasn't until her death where her sister discovered over 1,700 poems locked away in her drawer. Also down below, we also have a picture of her sister, which you will see in a family or a sibling portrait. Emily Dickinson is often associated with American Romantic and early modernist movements. Her poetry breaks the rules. She uses short lines, slant rhythm, unexpected capitalization, and dashes to create rhythm and emotion in ways nobody has seen before. Also down below, you will see our poem typed out, and you will see these things throughout her poem while you read them and listen to them. Her work really focuses on timeless and deep themes like death, immortality, nature, love, and often spiritual questioning. Her writing was influenced by Puritan New England culture and scientific discoveries in the 19th century and the Civil War. She often read the Bible, which was gifted from her father, which you can also see in our pictures down below. She also read Shakespeare, and she also read modern thinkers of that time like Ralph Waldo Emerson, which we also read in one of our weeks. And modern thinkers like this really fed into her philosophical and spiritual questioning, which we can see in her writings. A lot of historians have speculated why Emily Dickinson really lived this reserved life away from society. And again, this is all speculation. This is not factual. Some believe she suffered from undiagnosed mental illnesses like epilepsy, or others also believe that she dealt with really intense personal heartbreak. Others also point to a death of a very close family friend and mentor, which led to her emotional impact, which we see in her writings. Again, this is all speculation. This isn't anything factual. This is what people have researched or believed to be true. So interestingly, there are hints of romance in her letters. Although Emily Dickinson was never married, some scholars believe that she had a very deep romantic feelings for her best friend that she went to school with, which later became her sister-in-law, Sarah Gilbert, which you will see a picture of her down below as well. Others point to her secret lover, which is Judge Otis Lord. He was a very much older gentleman and married. We also left a picture of him down below, which you will see. While we can't be sure of her relationships, because again, this is all speculation, not factual, her poetry often reveals and reflects intense emotions like longing, ecstasy, grief, and mystery. Today, Emily Dickinson is recognized as a literary pioneer who shaped American history. Thank you all so much for listening. I hope this introduction helped you see why Emily Dickinson remains such a powerful voice in American history and her influence over American poetry.
Hello. I found a source called Reconsidering Mabel Loomis Todd's Role in Promoting Emily Dickinson's Writings by Midori Asaina. Asaina is an associate professor at Keio University in Japan and an executive member of the Emily Dickinson Society of Japan. She does a close look at Dickinson's relationships contributing to her success in American literature. Mabel Todd was a writer that posthumous Dickinson's works. Dickinson's relationship with her brother's wife helped her death by keeping her legacy alive in American literature. It states, in my view, Todd's repeated citations helped popularize Dickinson's writings. Although it is difficult to estimate the exact impact on Todd's references and allusions in the reception of Dickinson's words, particularly since her writings have long been neglected and lie in almost total obscurity today, which can be found in page 309 in the source. But the outreach of my team's poem is evident to Todd's impact on Dickinson's writings post-death by keeping her thoughts alive about afterlife and religion.